Hello YouTube, time for a video again. So if you're new here, my name's Andy Woods and I keep a Central American cichlid. So today what we're going to do, like a bit of a fish room tour. Well, what I intended to do, I was intended to show you all the fish tanks, all the ones I have up in the house or bungalow, and also down the bottom of the garden in my fish room. But as in typical Andy Woods fashion, I did half waffle on a bit, and it got a bit dragged out. So what we're going to do, I break it into two sections, part one and part two. Part one is going to be all the fish up in the house, and then when we get to do part two, it's going to be ones in the fish room down the garden. We'll do a little bit of feeding at the same time. Like we'll start off. All the regulars will know, Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie. We'll start off. We're giving Wolfie a bit of a feed, and then we'll go around all the tanks and see how we get on. So without further ado, let's get on it. Right, now I've got the phone off the tripod. We can have a better look at Wolfie, and we're going to give him a feed. What he's having today, he's having sinking Hikari pellets, he's having Hikari algae wafers, and also as his little treat, he can have some nice pieces of cod. He likes his cod. But saying that, he also likes his algae wafers. So let's get some food in the top of the tank. So I'll just have to stick you on pause a sec while I grab a handful. We'll start off with the sinking Hikaris. Here we go. He knows it's coming in. So it's hard to do this one-handed like, but here we go. Don't jump out and bite me, for God's sake. I just chucked an handful of that. He just sucked nearly all of them in. And the female, she's getting some. And see that little fish there? That's a remaining fry from one of the last spawnings. So it's the only one. It's getting quite big now, actually. I don't know if it's a male or a female. When I say it's a fry, it's about... it's 3 or 4 inches. Yeah, so there was his Hikari sinking pellets. I know there's a lot better quality pellets out there on the market, but I choose to use the Hikaris. I've never had a problem with them. And I've got to think of my budget. The amount of aquariums I have and the amount of fish I have, they'll eat me out of house and home. So I've also got to think of availability, where I can just go and get them quickly, and also my budget. So she's picking the ones up off the floor, looking for the ones what he missed. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she? Well, I'll show you her daughter soon. Anyway, well, let them munch them down. I'll give them some algae wafers. Right, they've eaten all them sinkers now. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put some of these algae wafers in. He loves his algae wafers. A good balanced diet. Come on, in the top. Oh, you didn't see that, lot. I can't get it. There they go again. Don't fit the female. There's one just above her head. Oh, she got one there. There's another one just above her head. Get it? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. I like to give them algae wafers now and again, like, because I'm going to give them some cod shortly. And at least I know they've had the, you know, they're getting all the vitamins and proteins and all that stuff what they need, like. He's already finished that. And he's like my chancho. He's always looking at the surface for food, but I don't overfeed him. Anyway, I better put this on pause, and I'll put another one in shortly. I wonder if the little guy got any of the crumbs. He'll get the leftovers, like. So, there we go. They don't film very good when they're looking up at the surface. All we're getting is his white underbelly. Some more algae wafers. See if I can catch it better this time. There we go. Right, I'm already drawing this video out too long. I'm going to put this on pause again, and then we'll give him the cod, and then we'll have to move on to the next aquarium, as we're going to be here all day. But as you can see, Parachromis dovii, being a predator fish, they like algae wafers. Right, they're finished then. The little guy's still hanging about, getting the all the leftover scraps and crumbs, like. Yeah, so he's always hungry. And your mate, and your Wolfie. So I'm going to put some cod in here. Cod's his favourite, like, but I've got to be careful because it won't be the first time it's caught my fingers, especially when I'm trying to do it one-handed. So here we go. Now, I've got my hand out just in time. There he goes with his cod. The female didn't get any, but I'll better get another handful and give her some, and then we'll have to move on. We've got to move on quick. I'll feed them properly. There's that little one again. I'll feed them properly when I'm not videoing. I can spend more time with each tank. Anyway, another handful and move on, quick. Here we go, bit at a time. The male's getting it all. Oh, look, I think that little guy's going to get some. Yeah, oh, did he get a bit? You'll never eat that bit, it's bigger than you, mate. He's took it away. Yeah, that'll last him a bloody fortnight, that will. Anyway, I think we've done enough with these, so I'll move on. And guess where we're going? My regulars will know. Who knows first? We're moving along. This is the Doveye tank, squeezed into the hallway. Sorry about the focus. And we're moving along. And who is this nutcase? Who is this nutcase? The Red Devil, Botox. Botox the Maniac. I've had him for forever. Yeah, so he was wild caught Red Devil. And he's got his female Parachromis Doveye with him. This is a homebred one from Wolfie. All the regulars will know all this. It just keeps going on about the same old thing, like. But this is just a bit of an update and let people know what's going on, especially if you're new here. We'll give him some pellets first. Come on, boy, up to the top. Oh, God, I'm getting all splashed up. Yeah, so the water's quite warm because we're having a bit of a heat spell over here in the UK at the minute. I don't heat my tanks in the house. I don't heat any of the tanks in the house. But at the moment, the weather's warm, so the fish are active and hungry. Look at the female Doveye. She's looking really nice. Right, they've ate them lot, so I'll put another handful in. They know, don't they? Come on. There it goes, like. Yeah, we'll get them down them. Yeah, it's nice in the summertime. I think it's good not heating your aquarium so they get like seasonal changes. In the summertime, they're active, hungry, and have more spawning activities. And in the wintertime, they slow down a bit. Oh, she looks beautiful, doesn't she? Look at the blues and greens on her nose. Let them crunch them down, and then I'll give them a bit of cod. So the Red Devil, you can tell he's a Red Devil still, but when he was a juvenile, not a juvenile, like when he was growing up, he had massive rubber lips. As he's got older, they've shrunk. I think that's what they get with being brought up in captivity. Anyway, let them get that down. I'm going to have to move on quick because I'm waffling on about a load of garbage. I'll give him a piece of cod in a sec. I'll put you on pause, and we better move on quickly. Right, they've ate them pellets. So I've got some, did I say prawn? I've actually got cod. I don't do prawn very often now. So let's get a bit of the old cod in. The Red Devil's got that one. Yeah, she's got that last piece, and we're going to have to move on. So this is my regulars will know anyway. I've got a fish room down the bottom of the garden, and this is in one of my spare bedrooms. So we'll move from this room across to the next room. Come with me. Right, bud. So now we'll have a look at Morris the Midas. Yeah, so this is the fish I call Little Morris. I've had him. I've had another fish. What I've had forever. Yeah. So I don't know how long I've had him. Probably 10 years, and he's got a tank mate, a red tiger moto, which was bred by myself, from a pair which I'll show you later. The red tiger moto has to watch his steps. It's a male, because Morris is obviously the boss, because he's a lot bigger. Yeah, so we'll see if the red tiger moto will come out. I'll put some sinking pellets. Come on, Morris. We'll want to see you. I love you can't beat the Amphilophus, the red devils and the Amphilophus and the my devils and all that. All them, don't know if it's a my devil or what, like. They make excellent wet pets. He's beautiful, isn't he? Look at his blunt face. It looks like he's running to a brick wall. That's a Midas face with a blunt face. Anyway, let's see if we can coax the red tiger moto out. Well, that's pretty typical, isn't it? I wanted to get the red tiger moto out. Every time it come out, I see it earlier. Every time he came out, Morris was chasing. Anyway, they do get on some of the time, but it ain't going to work forever. The red tiger moto needs to move on. Anyway, I've gone on about this tank too long. I've waffled on too much. Let's have a turn around and we'll look at the Haitienses. The Haitienses were on one of my quite recent videos, the Black Nasties Haitienses. So let's turn around. I'm shuffling along the floor. So here they are, look. Stan and Hilda, the Haitienses, with the fry. These fry are not going to be able to stop in this tank too long, because last time I did it, they actually like cannibalised the parents. You know, like they give them a really hard time sucking on the mucus slime and feeding on them. So I can see Morris in the background, can you? Anyway, shut up waffling, Woods. You're talking a load of rubbish, yeah. So he's getting quite big now. Not as big as JCB was, but he's getting a big old lad. We better get some food in here and get these fry fed before they eat the parents alive. Here we go, a big handful. I want them to make a mess. I want them to make a mess with the pellets. I need more. He took a massive... Oh, there they go. Yeah, you crunch them pellets up and all the little crumbs come out and all these little fry will come and eat them. I do have some powdered food. When I finish my pellets and there's powder in the bottom of a tub, I always save the powder to feed fry. Yeah, so there they go, look. Munching on those. And the fry are coming along. Anyway, you're going on too much, Woods. I think I've got to. God knows how people want to watch my videos. Like, you just go on about the same thing every time, and you're boring. Anyway, so let's move along. We'll have a look at Tank the Chancho. He's doing better actually. Well, the convicts. I've got to put some pellets in here for him. I'll tell you why he's doing better. I can't find the hole. There we go. Sorry about the photography and that lot. But look at him. He's a greedy old pig, ain't you, Tank, mate? And the same again with these little convicts. They're getting all the crumbs. He's doing a lot better. I said on my last video he was floating at the top and sometimes he was laying on the bottom. But what I've done is I've put this is actually a towel between these two tanks, because I reckon the old boy had concussion. He was all the time ramming up the glass trying to kill them and maybe that didn't do him so good. Don't teach your fish to be glass bangers. It can't do them any good, can it? Anyway, we better move along. Where should we go now? We'll have a look at the jaguar. Right, we'll leave Tank alone in peace and munch his pellets down. And like we said, we're going to have a look at Beryl, my jaguar cichlid, and we'll go along. I won't put it on pause. I'll show you. I am a nutty fish keeper. Look at the girth on his head, like. I am the nutty fish keeper what fills their bungalow with aquariums. So here we go. Past Stan and Hilda. Down the hallway. Red Devil. Come on, Beryl. We'll come to see you, Beryl. Come on, Beryl. Are you hungry, Beryl? Do you want some pellets? This is the most aggressive fish I have. Out of all the fish I have, some fish are more aggressive towards other fish, but towards me, this fish is a nightmare. If you want to clean the tank out, it is an absolute nightmare. He'll jump out and bite anyway. Let's get him some pellets in. Right, excuse the glare at the back. We'll get some pellets in. He loves his pellets. I'll call him Beryl. There's a long story behind that, actually. The first jaguar cichlid we had, we called it Beryl. We thought it was a female, and it ended up being a male. And then this is Mark II Beryl. Anyway, like I said, this is the most aggressive. He's more interested in the food at the moment. This is the most aggressive fish I have in the whole collection. If I put my hand in there, I've got an internal filter. An internal filter there, excuse the glare. When I want to do maintenance on that filter, he gives me some stick, I'll tell you now. Jumps out and bites me. Mrs. loves it. Makes her giggle anyway. Anyway, I'll put this on pause. He's not coming to... You're not coming to the camera, mate. All you're doing is eating your tucker. Now he's coming. There he goes, like. Yeah, so he's absolutely stunning fish. I used to have a female with him, but they breed like convicts. Anyway, let's move on anyway. Yeah, we'll move on. Where shall I go? I'll go in the lounge and we'll have a look at the red dove eyes. Come with me. Come with me. Here we go. We're gonna have a look at the bean eye in a minute. That's the bean eye tank. But for now, we're gonna have a look at the into the lounge. The red morph dove eyes. Here we go. Let's have a chat about these. Let's have a waffle about these. Right, if you're one of my regulars, you'll know one of my videos about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had these divided up with I was introducing them to one another with a divider. I removed the divider, and then I was quite optimistic, and I thought it was going to go well. But like you can see now, we got the fry. The female's doing really well, and the male's doing his job about protecting the territory. So if I put some food in here, I very, very, very much doubt it'll even take it. They're more interested in scaring me away. Anyway, we'll have a go and see what happens. I don't think they're going to be that interested in food. They're more interested in... there we go. Well, the male's eating some. No, it's not. Yeah, we might have to move on. I've got another couple in the fish room. I might have to split this tour up into part 1 and part 2. Because I'm just waffling. It's taking far, far, far too long. So these are doing well with the fry. So let's turn around and look where Crazy Joe used to live. So this is Crazy Joe's tank, and all you my regulars will know, poor old Crazy Joe is no longer with us. But I do have a good plan for this tank. But we'll give this female a feed, and we'll explain. Well, I put some pellets in the top, and she's looking up but not quite interested. Her behaviour has been different since poor old Crazy Joe's gone. Like, she's such a beautiful female. There she go. She's taking some pellets. Anyway, this is a 220-gallon tank, and I've got juvenile fish in my fish room, and I'm going to set this tank up as a new project for new fish in my fish room. But that's going to be another video, because this one's going on far too long. I think we're going to have to move on now and have a look at the bean eye. Let's move along. There's a cat tree. No cats on it. So now we're at the bean eye tank. This bean eye is absolutely mental. It's so interactive. Unbelievable. We'll give him some food and see how we go. Right, I'm stood back now so we can see his tank. But as far as a wet pet goes, he's absolutely one of the best. We'll put a couple of pellets in here just to there he goes, like. But when you give him meaty food like worms and all that stuff, he's absolutely mental. Bit like a jaguar. Bit like the jaguar cichlid, really. Right, I've got a bit of cod now. Look at him, lot. I told you, he's interactive wet pet. Absolutely beautiful fish. I think like a flower horn and all that. Go on, mate. You know you want it. He'll jump up and bite me. There it goes, lot. Oh, that was gorgeous, wasn't it? This fish is absolutely beautiful. One of my favourites. And the good thing about it, they don't get massive, you know, like the dove eyes and the umbies and jaguars. They stop a little bit smaller, so it makes it easier to keep. Right, we've got one more tank left to do in the house. Before we leave the bean eye, let's give him another piece. Do you want that, mate? Oh, mate, he loves it, doesn't he? So interactive. In the top, I kept my fingers out of the way. Yeah, so we'll move along to the final tank in the house, which is in the kitchen area. And the tank, it's got the Rio Hondo carpenters in. He's doing well and looking good. Call him wormy bluey green wormy patterning on his gill plates. He looks beautiful. And he's got a tank mate. This little convict. You know, convicts, I've said it before, they make ideal tank mates for most of these cichlids because they're cunning and brave and intelligent, and they can get out of the way if the going gets rough like. Yeah, so yeah, he's doing nicely. We'll have to get some pellets in and give him a feed. Yeah, we'll get some pellets in the corner here. Let me grab an handful. There we go. Here they go. In the corner. Convict, she's getting, so he's getting his share of the old tucker, and so is the carpenters. Yeah, so he's doing well. Yeah, his colours are looking good. I mean, sometimes the colours don't come out so well because I do all my filming with a mobile phone, and sometimes it doesn't do the fish justice. Anyway, I've gone on long enough, so what we're going to have to do is the fish room down the garden. We'll do that on a separate day, but I'll just show you quickly what's in the fish room. Come with me. Here we go. Open the door. So this is the fish room. I'm going to go through each tank by tank, and I'll show you what fish I'm going to bring up into the house. So if you like this sort of thing, I'll appreciate if you subscribe. That'll be nice. and we'll go through all these tanks on the next video, because like I said, it's going on too long. So for the time being, we'll have to wrap this video up. Right, we're back here again, sat in front of Wolfie's tank. So I told you it was going to be a bit long and drawn out. Yeah, so I apologise for that, like. So I'll attempt to go around the little fish room down the bottom of the garden like I just shown you. We'll go through tank by tank, and I'll show you the fish what I'm going to bring up and put in that 220-gallon tank to take the place of Crazy Joe. Anyway, once again, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and thank you for watching. Until next time, happy fish keeping to you all. Ta-ra!